Hey, think about the last time you had to do something complicated online. Like booking a flight or researching a big project. How many tabs did you have open? How much time did you spend just clicking, scrolling, and trying to piece it all together? Well, what if I told you that whole frustrating process is about to get a massive overhaul, thanks to a completely new kind of AI browser that, get this, does the work for you?
Yeah, that's the big, bold promise here. The kind of statement that could completely flip the script on how we've used the internet for the last, 20 years? We're not just talking about a faster browser or one with a few new bells and whistles. We're talking about totally changing your relationship with the web itself. And this slide right here, this is the core of it. For as long as we can remember, browsing has been a passive experience, right? We do all the work. We're the ones searching, clicking, comparing, and connecting the dots. This new way, the Atlas way, flips that entirely. It's about active browsing, where you tell your browser what you want, and it does the heavy lifting to make it happen. So what is this thing called? It's ChatGPT Atlas, and it's basically OpenAI's shot across the bow, a direct challenge to the old way of doing things, promising a whole new way to experience the internet. So what exactly is it? Well, at its heart, Atlas is a web browser that's been built from the ground up with AI in its DNA. The whole point is to turn the entire messy web into a simple conversation, letting you interact with any website just as easily as you'd chat with an assistant. And that co-pilot analogy, it's honestly the perfect way to think about it. This isn't just a window you look through to see the internet anymore. It's designed to be your partner, your navigator, your co-pilot, helping you cut through all the complexity online way, way more efficiently. Okay, so this whole co-pilot idea sounds great, but what does it actually do? How does it work? Let's dive into the specific features that make this thing so different from any browser you or I have ever used. So, Atlas comes packed with some seriously powerful tools. We're talking about things that let you literally chat with a web page, rewrite text anywhere with AI, and even automate entire tasks. But we'll get to that. The real star of the show, the feature that changes everything, is called Agent Mode. Let's start with the basics first, though. First up, split-screen browsing. So picture this. You're reading a really dense article or some complex report. With Atlas, you can have that web page on one side of your screen and an AI chat window right next to it. You can ask it to summarize a section, define a tricky word, or even fact-check a claim, all without ever leaving the page. Super useful. Then you've got this feature called Cursor Chat. This is honestly like having a professional editor built right into your browser. You can just highlight any text, an email you're drafting, a social media comment, anything, and just ask the AI to make it sound more professional, or maybe simpler, or just fix your grammar. And bam, it revises it for you instantly, right there on the page. But look, all of that is really just the warm-up act. Those features are cool, don't get me wrong, but the true game changer, the feature that really makes you go, whoa, is called Agent Mode. And that quote on the screen says it all. This is where the browser stops being a passive tool that just shows you information and becomes an active partner that does things for you. It's a huge leap. So what does that actually mean, it acts? It means you can give it a command, like, hey, find and book me the cheapest flight from New York to London leaving next Tuesday. And Agent Mode will literally go to the travel sites, click the buttons, fill out all your passenger info from memory, and complete the entire booking for you. Now, when you drop a feature that powerful into a browser, you start to realize this is way more than just a slick new app. This is something that could fundamentally challenge the way the entire internet is set up. It all comes back to that core idea, that huge paradigm shift. We are moving away from an internet where we are the ones doing all the manual labor, and we're entering an era where we just state our goal, and our browser collaborates with the web to make it happen. And that, right there, poses this massive existential question for the giants of the tech world, doesn't it? I mean, the entire business of search engines is built on us searching and clicking ads. But if your browser can just give you the answer, or even better, complete the task for you, why would you need to Google it anymore? So you're probably wondering, how is any of this even possible? Well, the engine under the hood is ChatGPT 5, and it's combined with this special agent they call the operator. This operator has been trained specifically to look at a web page and understand all the different parts, the buttons, the forms, the links, and interact with them just like a person would. It's pretty incredible tech.
Okay, this all sounds amazing, almost like science fiction. But let's take a deep breath and ground ourselves in reality for a second. This is brand new, revolutionary tech, and that means it's not going to be perfect right out of the gate. There are a few key things you need to know. For starters, at launch, Atlas is only on macOS. And that really powerful agent mode, that's a premium feature for paying ChatGPT subscribers. And here's the big one. When you give an AI the power to click around and fill out forms for you, privacy and accuracy become absolutely critical. You have to trust it. And of course, like any new tech, if you're an early adopter, you should probably expect to run into a few bugs. So let's wrap this up. The bottom line is a ChatGPT Atlas is way more than just another browser. It's a vision. It's OpenAI's blueprint for a future where our relationship with the web is conversational and collaborative, not manual and, let's be honest, kind of tedious. And that really leaves us with the final big question. This isn't just about choosing between Chrome or Edge or Atlas. It's a much deeper question about our relationship with technology itself. It's a real glimpse into a future where we don't just browse the web, we command it. And the biggest question of all is, are we ready for that?